guys, I'm back. It's me, Missy, and today I'm going to be playing more of Mass Effect Legendary. I'm super excited, so let's just get into the game.
Is that the cure? You did it?
I was ambushed in the lab you sent me to. If you set me up...
You were attacked? I don't know anything about that. I hate conflict. I've never even fired anyone. I have my receptionist do it. Look, the guards, they've been more on edge since you got here. I think they were expecting you. And there are more labs in the back. The guards won't even let me back there. Just people with clearance.
What about the maintenance area? Do you have access to that?
The maintenance area? Yes. Take my pass. But there's just snow back there. Let me see that file. An extension on Phelps' work? I thought he was on the right track. I can't thank you enough that... Oh, God, what a cliché. You saved their lives. Do you know that?
Happy to help.
That's what I'm here for. Forget about it.
I need to administer this. Thanks again.
Okay, let's take a look at all my stuff. Squad, Paragon, and Renegade are almost equal. I do think, though, that I'm probably gonna go for Renegade. Pretty sure. Anyway, I'm gonna put 2 points into Intimidate. Last another point into Charm. Those are done. Next, I'm going to do Soldier. Perspective training. And one for rifles. Sniper rifles to be exact. That's done for you. Ashley. I do know that I wanted you to be like a tank. So I'm gonna do one in Soldier. One in combat armor. Give you 3 in shotgun. And this fitness too. Increases health by 17%. It's adrenaline burst. Resets the cooldown times of all your talents so that they can be used immediately. Fitness and then 2 in assault training. You're good now. Tally! my favorite. Okay. You, my dear, or get just one for pistol. And then the rest are going into these. So, electronics, advanced overload, can cause electronics skill on average objects. Does 100 damage in an 8 radius. It's 400 damage to 10 shields. It makes them % more damage for 10 seconds. What's dampening do? Does 100 damage and enemies cannot use biotic attack. It's for a short period. Adds 41% cooldown. Master Sabotage can use description skill. Objects does 150 damage. This repeats enemy weapons. Grants them damage per second. Hacking. It's recharge time. Advanced AI hacking. That's nice. Gonna give you one Aquarian. And so we're going to hacking. So we're going to hacking. 2 to dampening. 2 electronics. And actually 1 to dampening. Dampening. And that's it for squad.
Yes, I did. I fed him, Bella didn't come down.
Welcome. Okay, what am I doing? I gotta find the Matriarch. Up some top 35, there's a Siren. Their station helmed by battered survivors of the science zone. It's obvious they've had a bad time. Backdoor. Persuade. Doctor his pass. He can sneak and conceal the maintenance area. And the science team personally in quarantine. Okay. It's the new system in the missing person part on Vera, and when Earth is concerned, his brother ship he was on may be attacked by players. System. It's just yet. So this is the important one. Got all this stuff with the codex. Ridiculous. History. Profile. If models collectively dubbed hoppers by Alliance forces are electronic platforms, they can project electromagnetic radiation across a broad spectrum as an offensive weapon. Also, cyber warfare attacks against the onboard computers of body armors, hard suits, and weapons, adversely affecting their performance. The structure of hoppers consists of an advanced and highly elastic artificial muscle material. This allows a hopper to compress its entire body for powerful leaps. Hoppers have thousands of molecules scale barbs on the surface of their hands and feet, which are used to cling to walls and ceilings. Hoppers are very difficult targets, leaping from one surface to another in rapid succession. Quarians have no record of any Geth models similar to hoppers. This new morph type must have been developed over the past 300 years by the Geth themselves. This is troubling proof that the Geth are continuing to move towards technological singularity. Experts in synthetic life are intrigued that hoppers appear to be even more organic than baseline Geth. The identified subtypes of hopper have been called Sapper, Stalker, and Ghost. Krogan Rebellion. After the Rachni War, the quick-breeding Krogan expanded at the expense of their neighbors. Warlords leveraged their veteran soldiers to seize living space, while the council races were still grateful. Over centuries, the Krogan conquered world after world. There was always just one more needed when the council finally admitted off the Asari colony. Sai, Krogan overlord Redek stormed off the citadel, daring the council to take their worlds back. The council had taken precautions. The finest STG operators and Asari huntresses have been drafted to a covert observation force. DF's special tactics and reconnaissance. Spectres opened the war with crippling strategic strikes. Broken planets went dark as computer viruses flooded the extranet, sabotaged antimatter refineries, disappeared in blue-white annihilation headquarters stations, shattered into orbit, clocking these rammed by pre-placed suicide freighters. Still, this only delayed the inevitable. The war would have been lost if not for first contact with Turians, who responded to Krogan threats with a prompt declaration of war. Being on the far side of Krogan space from the Council, the Turians advanced rapidly into the lightly defended Krogan areas. The Krogan responded by dropping space stations and asteroids on Turian colonies. 3 worlds were rendered completely uninhabitable. God, I can't speak. This was precisely the wrong approach to take with the Turians. Each is first and foremost a public servant, willing to risk his life to protect his comrades, rather than increasing public war wariness. Krogan tactics differed Turian resolve. The area of Turian task force saved many worlds from warlords marauding fleets, but it took development of the genophage bioweapon to end the war. There were decades of unrest afterwards. Rogue warlords and holding groups of insurgents refused to surrender or disappeared to the frontier systems to become pirates. Microfleet has little economic base operation, operating in a state of perpetual hand-to-mouth. Aquarian ships include light manufacturing descended. They lack heavy industries such as mining and shipbuilding. Fleet has tankers for water purification and oxygen cracking, but the space-intensive nature of agriculture limits food production. A single disaster could destroy the fragile balance. Quarians earn income in creative ways because the government is obliged to provide food, water, and air and medical support for every adventure, but the Conclave strategically determines the course of the fleet to bring in resources and income. A species who suspects that Microfleet is heading towards their space often offers a gift of surplus starships, fuel, and resources to convince the Conclave to alter course. As the fleet passes through a system, swarms of mining vessels work over asteroids for metals and siliconous materials and cometary bodies for water, ice, and organics. Quarian miners are adept at locating and strip mining spaceborne resources. This sparks conflict with corporations already working the system. Large mining concerns spend millions on lobbyists and public relations for trying to harness locusts deriving the resources of a system on. The greatest asset of the Quarians is their rarefied skills. Most are experienced miners due to their life of perpetual salvage and repair. They are skilled engineers and technicians. More than once, the very corporations that lobby against the Quarians have made back deals with the fleet, ranging for skilled Quarians to fill space engineering jobs that other species would demand higher wages for. Quarians are widely hated among the working class. Quarians are coming to take our jobs is a common response to the fleet's approach. It's really sad. Due to the Quarians' precarious existence and the need to enforce strict rationing, government is somewhat autocratic. The migrant fleet operates are different by the Admiralty, a board of 5 military officers who are advised by a legislative body called the Conclave. Each vessel in the fleet has the right to send representatives to the Conclave aboard the flagship. The number of representatives based on crew size, large clans with bigger ships. The more votes form the cores of political blocs. Opposition comes from the Outriders, a coalition which delegates from thousands of smaller ships. Admiralty defers to the Conclave's decisions in most circumstances. However, all 5 members agree that a Conclave decision jeopardizes the survival of the fleet and cannot get the Conclave to address this concern, they have the right to summarily overturn the legislative decision. After the Admiralty uses the 6th remaining power, they must resign. If the Admiralty does not step down after using this veto, the rest of the military is obliged to arrest them. Each ship captain has authority over his vessel, but is advised by elected civilian council, just as the Admiralty is advised by the Conclave. This relationship may range from neat partnership to polite tolerance to outright hostility, but any captain who overrules council without good reason is removed to command by the Admiralty. Many Quarian ships are owned by clans who pool their resources to purchase used vessels from private sellers. Large ships are prestigious for big rich clans, but a small ship means status to a small clan with enough personal wealth to afford a private vessel. Clan vessel captains are not subject to dismissal by the Admiralty. Abusive captains are a family problem, as they do not disrupt the operations of the fleet. Migrant fleet is the largest concentration of starfaring vessels in the galaxy, sprawling across millions of kilometers. It can take days for the entire fleet to pass through a mass relay. When the Quarians fled their homeworld, the fleet was a motley migration of freighters, shuttles, industrial vessels, and the odd warship. After 3 centuries, all have been modified to support larger crew as comfortable as possible. As the Quarians achieved stability, they began weeding out ships least suitable for long-term habitation, selling them and pulling the money to buy larger and more space-worthy hulls. This process is ongoing as vessels wear out and break down. While some ships enjoy dedicated cabins with full privacy and sanitary facilities, many more are former freighters whose cargo bays and containers are pressurized and divided into family spaces. Using simple metal cubicle bulkheads, Quarians enliven these extra spaces with colorful quilts and tapestries, which also help muffle sound. Day-to-day operations of the fleet, traffic control, station keeping, supply distribution, and so on, under military jurisdiction. Though ship captains have the authority to deviate from their assigned positions and may leave the fleet at any time, they are assumed to do so at their own risk. As the migrant fleet moves through Around the galaxy, many ships split off to pursue unfinished goals, returning days or years later. Marines of the migrant fleet reach young adulthood. They must leave their birth ship and find a new crew to accept them as permanent residents. To prove themselves, they must recover something of value. This is offered to their respective captain as proof that they will not be a burden on them. Shoestring resources of the ship. This process is called pilgrimage. Stripped of ritual, pilgrimage is merely an attempt to maintain genetic diversity within the small, relatively isolated population bases that make up the migrant fleet. If the young stayed and married within the birth vessels, the risk could decrease sharply. Aquarians are surgically fitted with their various immunity-boosting implants in preparation for leaving the pilgrimage. Having grown up within the sterile, controlled environment of the migrant fleet, ship's Aquarians have virtually no natural immune system. This is so much stuff. Okay. Biotics manipulate mass effect fields using dozens of elements or nodules within our nervous systems. They react to electronic stimuli in the brain. Amplifiers allow biotics to synchronize the nodules so they can run fields larger and stronger enough for practical use. Amplifiers can improve a specific discipline or talent. An implant is a surgically embedded interface port into which amps are plugged in. On humans, the implant is usually placed at the base of the skull. For access, the user must be careful to keep it free of contaminants. Implant ports can fit a variety of amps, and there is a growing market for modification and add-ons. The finest quality implants and amps are manufactured by Sari as artisans, but the Alliance's L3 implants, first deployed in 2170, are a significant step forward. Buoys are maintained in patterns built outward from each mast relay. The buoys are little more than a cluster. Real-time communication is possible thanks to networks of expensive mass relay comm buoys that can daisy chain in a transmission via laser. Comm buoys are maintained in patterns built outward from each mass relay. The buoys are little more than a cluster of inter-mass relays. Each individual buoy is connected to a partner on another buoy network, forming a corridor of low-mass space. Tight beam communication lasers are piped through the tubes of FTL space, allowing virtually instantaneous communication to anything on the network. The network is connected across regions by communication lasers with the mass relays. Within the system, the only communication delay is the light lag between the source or destination and the closest buoy. So long as all parent parties remain within half a light second, buoys' seamless real-time communications are possible. Since buoys are maintained in all traveled areas, most enjoy unlimited instant communication. Ships only suffer communication lag when operating off established deep space routes around uninhabited outer system gas giants and other unsettled areas. During wartime, comm buoys networks are the first target of attack. Once the network is severed, it can take anywhere from years to get a message out of a contested system. In systems where buoy network has not yet been built or has been destroyed, rapid communication means ferrying information through high-speed courier ships and unmanned data drones. While common buoys allow rapid transmission, there is a finite amount of bandwidth available. Given that trillions of people will be trying to pass the message through a given buoy at one time, access to the network is parceled out priority tiers. Citadel government inspectors have absolute priority. If they are using all the bandwidth, everyone else must wait. Individual governments have their military's highest tier. During wartime, civilian communication can suffer hours or days of lag. Intelligence agencies study ping time through various systems to predict military buildups. Below the government's and military's bandwidth, priority is sold to the highest bidder. Media conglomerates, particularly headline news networks, purchase higher priority to provide their views with timely information. Operations that require timely information and response capability, for example, financial institutes and investment firms, also invest heavily in priority access. The funds acquired through sales of bandwidth are used to maintain and expand the communications infrastructure. Everyone with a computer has a guaranteed free and unlimited access with the eclectic extranet. They are last in line with bandwidth, and many have to wait for their request to be processed. Bandwidth resale corporations use investment capital to purchase blocks of high priority access made available by paid subscription. This is the last one I'm going to read, and then we're going to play the game. The standard credit was established by the Citadel's Unified Banking Act as the currency of interstellar trade. The credit has a managed floating exchange rate calculated in real time by the central bank to maintain the average value of all participating companies. Some regional agencies are worth more than a credit and some less. Our currency can be stolen or counterfeited, so electronic fund transfers are the norm. More importantly, physical transactions cannot be easily tracked for tax evasion or the purchase of illegal goods. When the Alliance joined the Citadel, its various national treasuries were linked into the credit network. The bank account of Mexican pesos, Japanese yen, or Indian rupees can purchase any item priced in credits at fair market value. All economies have that participate in the credit network are required to price items in both local currency and credits. Okay. Do I have any good equipment? God. 16. It's the best. Pistol. Let's go. I'd really like brown better. Seal its area.
Warning, Watchdog protocol is active.
So it's not that. Barracks. I don't know if this is the right place. And I don't remember where I went. Not right. I think it's here. This direction.
I'm a little busy here.
There's an enemy. Hey, let's go see if there's more lobsters. Turn down. Joan. It's the Matriarch.
You do not know the privilege of being a mother. There is power in creation. To shape a life, turn it toward happiness or despair. Her children were to be ours, raised to hunt and slay Saren's enemies. Have you faced an Asari commando unit before? Few humans have.
You won't look so smug with a hole in your head.
Your insolence is a poor mask for your fear.
Oh, great. First. Bug clean out, bet you. I guess I should say lobster. So we're gonna Let's find what's the healing. E. Use these for a stay.
This is not over. Saren is unstoppable. My mind is filled with his light. Everything is clear.
I think she's just speaking crazy, so...
I expected better from Asari commandos.
I will not betray him. You will... You must listen. Saren still whispers in my mind. I can fight his compulsions briefly, but the indoctrination is strong.
Why
Why are you able to break free of his control now?
I sealed a part of my mind away from the indoctrination, saving it for a moment when I could help destroy him. It will not last long.
Yes.
How can he compel you? He's not even here.
People are not themselves around Saren. You come to idolize him, worship him. You would do anything for him. The key is Sovereign, his flagship. It is a dreadnought of incredible size, and its power is extraordinary.
The ship that attacked Eden Prime? I didn't think anything that size could land on a planet.
It has a very powerful Mass Effect drive, but that is not Sovereign's true power. The longer you stay aboard, the more Saren's will seems correct. You sit at his feet and smile as his words pour into you. It is subtle at first. I thought I was strong enough to resist. Instead, I became a willing tool, eager to serve. He sent me here to find the location of the Mu relay. Its position was lost thousands of years ago.
How does something that big go missing?
4,000 years ago, a star nearby went supernova. The shockwave propelled the relay out of its system, but did not damage it. Its precise vector and speed are impossible to determine. As millennia passed, the nebula created by the nova enveloped the relay. It is difficult to find any cold object in interstellar space, particularly something swathed in hot dust and radiation.
Good point. First question, does she have
Can I
it?
assume you found the coordinates?
2,000 years ago, the Rachni inhabited that region of our galaxy. They discovered the relay. The Rachni can share memories across generations. Queens inherit the knowledge of their mothers. I took the location of the relay from the Queen's mind. I was not gentle.
Why does Saren need the Mu relay?
He believes it will lead him to the conduit. I would tell you more if I could, but Saren did not share his counsel with me. I was merely a servant to his cause.
Tell me where the Mu gate is before I lose my temper.
Of course, Commander. I transcribed the data to an OSD. Take it, please.
Knowing the relay's coordinates isn't enough. We need to know where to go from there.
Saren wouldn't tell me his destination. But you must find out quickly. I transmitted the coordinates to him before you arrived. You have to stop me. I can't. His teeth are at my ear. Fingers on my spine. You should... Oh, you should... Die. Enemy contact.
Oh, great.
Shields disabled.
I'm dead. I knew that was gonna happen.
I cannot go on. You will have to stop him, Shepard.
You're free of the indoctrination again?
I still hear it like metal on metal, squealing and reverberating. No light. They always said there would be a...
Did she just die? Oh, well, that was kind of a little anticlimactic and a little dramatic at the same time. I feel kind of bad that I killed her, but at the same time I don't. Something bad will happen. Zombie. Honey, look behind you. Zombie. Alien zombie woman.
This one serves as our voice. We cannot sing. Not in these low spaces. Your musics are colorless.
Pretty sure you're the queen, but still. It's obvious why she's not dead. I kind of understand, so.
Who am I speaking to here?
We are the mother. We sing for those left behind. The children you thought silenced. We are Rachni.
Yes, she's controlling the Sorry. Yes, she's some kind of leader, so.
I didn't come here to talk to bugs.
The children we birthed were stolen from us before they could learn to sing. They are lost to silence. End their suffering. They cannot be saved. They will only cause harm as they are.
What's wrong with them?
I don't understand. Why are your children killing people?
These needlemen, they stole our eggs from us. They sought to turn our children into beasts of war, claws with no songs of their own. Our elders are comfortable with silence. Children know only fear if no one sings to them. Fear has shattered their minds.
Makes sense. A baby left alone in a closet until she's 16 won't be sane.
I'll do as you ask. I'm not gonna say cheerfully, 'cause now I feel bad.
All right. I don't think they'll give me a choice anyway.
Before you deal with our children, we stand before you. What will you sing? Will you release us? Are we to fade away once more?
Commander, I don't trust this thing. We know its kind are killers. The tank is rigged with acid. I recommend using it.
She's the last of her race, Shepard. We don't have the objectivity to judge her.
Your companions hear the truth. You have the power to free us, or return our people to the silence of memory.
If I let you live, would you attack other races again?
No, I do not know what happened in the war. We only heard discordance, songs the color of oily shadows. We would seek a hidden place to teach our children harmony. If they understand, perhaps we would return.
Okay.
Are you a survivor from the war? A clone?
We do not know. We were only an egg, hearing Mother cry in our dreams. A tone from space hushed one voice after another. It forced the singers to resonate with its own sour yellow note. Then we awoke in this place, the last echo of those who came out from the singing planet. The sky is silent.
I'll free you.
I won't destroy your entire race. You'll go free.
There's a reason their kind were hunted to extinction. It's better to be safe than let a dangerous race loose.
They could be
I'd like to have the
powerful.
Rachni on our side in the future.
If you can trust them to stay there.
You will give us the chance to compose anew? We will remember. We will sing of your forgiveness to our children.
Just like winter back home.
The appeal of winter wears thin very quickly.
Yeah, you healed up a little bit. What am I doing now? Dealt with the Matriarch, but there's still the issue of the Rachni down in the hot labs. Yeah, I gotta go do that. But first, is there anything around here I can loot? Okay, I don't see anything. We'll go back to the normal. Hot labs. Okay, let's go.
Are you here to secure the situation?
Yeah.
If by secure you mean shoot every monster I see, sure.
I am certain you are having strong feelings. But what has happened here, it is our fault. You understand?
Talk fast.
I understand that we'll be dead soon. Talk fast.
Binary Helix found an egg. It was on a derelict ship, thousands of years drifting. This was Rachni's ship. Inside they find many eggs in cryogenic suspension.
They brought it here to wake it up?
Binary Helix planned to clone Rachni, mass-produce them, create an army. But when they get here, they find this egg is not a common Rachni. It is a queen. After she lays eggs, they move her to Rift Station. They are thinking that without her, they can raise the babies to be obedient.
Hold on. Don't you need a male to get eggs?
Queens are born carrying the genetic code of their fathers. Eggs are carried away from the colony to hatch alone. Queens can lay eggs in hours and have a colony in days. This is how they spread so quickly.
Separating them from their mother didn't work.
This was exactly the wrong thing to do. I am thinking that without a queen, Rachni do not develop properly. Her mind is shaping theirs. These Rachni are uncontrollable.
Are you telling me I shouldn't kill these things?
Actually, I was to tell you the opposite. These Rachni are beyond saving. It is a sad thing, but they must be euthanized. I am thinking that the neutron purge must be set off.
I'm not familiar with the purge system.
It creates bursts of neutron radiation, kills everything within the station. Things beyond get genetic damage of varying degree.
I don't have time for this. If the Matriarch isn't here, we're leaving.
I do not want so much to be here myself. But the Mira system, she will not let you leave. Is fail-safe, you understand? You leave without arranging to eliminate Rachni, maybe they spread.
Thanks, Buddy Boo. You're useful. Let's go, ladies. Let's go kick some Buggy Boo butt.
Connecting. I have full access to the facility and am at your disposal.
I need information on the neutron purge.
The neutron purge is a fail-safe system installed within the isolation tube area. In the event of irretrievable containment loss, it is used to resolve the situation.
Okay.
Activate the neutron purge.
I'm sorry, but I can't do that without proper code authorization.
Who would have the code?
Director of Operations Yaroslav Tartakovsky, or any executive officer of Binary Helix.
Okay.
We're moving on.
Logging you out, Commander.
Yo, give me the code.
I am feeling not so well.
How do we set off the purge?
Arming controls are nearby. All you do is insert the key. Then I will give Mira instructions.
Oh, great. Why did you sit?
Heads up!
That wasn't so bad.
Think we got him, Commander.
No shiitake. Thank you, Captain Obvious. It says
Online. How can I help you?
initiate
Activate the
purge,
neutron
madam.
purge.
I'm sorry, but I can't do that without proper code authorization.
I have the code.
Code input 875020079. Code Omega local execution.
Verified. Code Omega execution in 120 seconds.
almost to full health. I want you. Have shotgun blast on. I want you. Have your shields up. I'll have my shields up. What the hell did you do that for, you doofus?
What's our next move, Commander? Head for the Mu relay?
The Mu relay could link to dozens of systems. Unless we know exactly where Saren's going, we'd just be wasting our time.
The Commander's right. We can't rush off blind. We need more to go on.
What about Liara Tassoni? The Matriarch's daughter. Isn't she some kind of expert on the Protheans?
Yeah, right. Her mother was working for Saren. I bet she is too.
But Nezia helped us in the end. Maybe Liara will too. At the very least, we should head for the Artemis Tau cluster to find her.
Who put you in charge? Did the Commander resign when I wasn't looking?
I give the orders around here. I'll decide where we go next. Is that clear?
Of course, Shepard. I was only trying to help.
Look, this is a tough mission. We're all on edge. Everyone go get some rest. Crew dismissed.
Novaria report is away, Commander. You want me to patch it through to the Council?
Sure.
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
Is this report accurate, Commander? You found Rachni on Novaria?
And then released the Queen. Do you have any idea what you've done? How many generations until they overrun the galaxy?
3? No, 4.
This is no joke, Commander. The Rachni were one of the greatest threats the galaxy ever faced.
Not my problem, but I'm just gonna
Whoops.
And we're out.
Thank you, Joker. I love you, honey. Honestly, though, I'd rather not kill an entire species and basically genocide again. Because people are stupid, no matter what alien race we are.
Yes, Commander?
Okay, buddy. Bye-bye.
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, ma'am.
Boy, am I glad to be off of Novaria. I don't know which was worse, the cold or the corporations. One will freeze your balls off, the other will sell them out from under you. With all due respect, Commander.
I can agree with that one.
How's the Normandy performing? Is she everything they said she'd be?
She's the best ship in the fleet, if you've got a pilot who knows how to handle her. Balance isn't what you'd expect. Takes a while to get used to that oversized drive core we got stuffed in the back, and her power can sneak up on you if you're not careful. The Normandy's probably too much ship for your average Alliance pilot, Commander. Lucky for you, I'm anything but average.
I have to go.
All right, see you.
See you, buddy. Let's go walk around the ship and talk to the crew a bit. Kaden, my buddy.
Commander, do you have a minute?
I'm listening.
I always make time for my officers.
Off the record, I think there's something wrong here. This Saren is looking for a lost mass relay to who knows where, but we can't get backup from the Council? Sorry, Commander. There's writing on the wall here, but someone isn't reading it.
Yeah, I hear you.
The Council doesn't want to believe anything's wrong. I'd call it human nature, but...
I hear you. It just seems like a group that's been around as long as the Council should see this coming. I mean, it's funny, we finally get out here, and the final frontier was already settled. And the residents don't even seem impressed by the view. Or the dangers.
Well, well. You're a romantic. Did you sign on for the dream, Malenko? Secure a man's future in space?
Yeah, I read a lot of those books when I was a kid, where the hero goes to space to prove himself worthy of a woman he loves, or, you know, for justice. Or maybe I was a romantic in the beginning, but I thought about it after brain camp. Biotic acclimation and temperance training. I'm not looking for the dream. I just want to do some good. See what's out here. Sorry if I got too informal. Protocol wasn't a big focus back in Bot.
Tell me about it.
Biotic acclimation and temperance didn't last past the airlock. To the kids they hauled in, it was brain camp. Sorry, hauled in is unkind. We were encouraged to commit to an evaluation of our abilities so an understanding of biotics could be compiled. There are worse results of accidental exposure to element 0 in the womb. Beats the brain tumors some kids grew up with.
I heard all about that. How companies would arrange accidents to expose people to element 0.
There was never any proof of that. It's not what happened in my case, anyway. My mother was downwind of a transport crash. It was before there were human biotics, a little after the discovery of the Martian ruins. It only gets iffy around 63 when Kinetics was running out of first-gen subjects. Until then, they'd relied on accidentals. A bunch of guys in suits show up at your door after school, and next thing you know, you're out on Jump Zero.
It's Jump Zero.
Jump Zero is Gagarin Station, right? What's it like?
Yeah, that's the official name. Biggest and farthest facility we had for decades. Right on the termination shock, the outer edge of the solar system. It's where they did all the Goose Chase FTL research before we caught on to using mass effect fields. It was a sterile research platform when I was there.
There were other kids in the same boat, right? At least you weren't alone out there.
That's true. We did have a little circle that'd get together every night before lights out. We didn't have much to do, though. It was a research platform then, and Kinetics kept Jump Zero off the extranet to prevent leaks.
You were all teenagers. I'm sure you found other ways to occupy the time.
I'm not the sort who does that kind of thing, Commander. Not lightly, anyway. There was a girl I spent a lot of time with. Well, we kept our clothes on. Rana. She was from Turkey. Her family was very rich. But she was smart and charming as hell. Beautiful. But not stuck up about it. Like you, I guess. Ma'am.
Aww.
Sounds like she was special to you.
She was. Maybe she felt the same. But things never felt together. Training, you know.
Sorry about that.
You know of any intentional exposures for certain?
No one knows. Doesn't mean they didn't happen. As big as the exposures were, it was hard to track down accidentals. It was different then. No one knew the potential, so there wasn't a lot of regulation. Anything Kinetics did was gold. I'm not saying they intentionally detonated drives over our outposts, but in retrospect, they were damn quick on the scene.
Jump Zero's a long way from home. What was it like?
The grand gateway to humanity looks a lot better in the vids. Anyway, this was supposed to be a casual debrief, not a bull session about stuff that happened years ago.
I pretty much gave up waiting for the good part.
Bad habit, ma'am. I do tend to run off at the mouth. I will work on it for my next review. Sorry to have wasted your time, ma'am. It won't happen again.
Thank you.
Anything you need, Commander?
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Killing Saren's, what was Benezi anyway? Second in command? Advisor? Anyway, it should set him back a bit. I guess we'll be the ones to tell Dr. Tassoni. It's a hell of a thing to drop on her.
Any opinion on the Rachni?
Off the record, if we had the option, I'd as soon have left it to the Council. We weren't out here during the Rachni War. I'm not sure we have any business getting involved.
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I've wasted enough of your time for now, Commander. We'll have time for personal debriefings later.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
Okay, thank you. I'll be nicer next time. Sorry.